We are living in a day and age where energetic bombardment and telepathic intrusion is at an all-time high. So how do we differentiate between this telepathic intrusion and the whispers of our higher self, God, the universe, whatever vernacular you like to use? I do also want to mention, before going deeper into that, it is so important now more than ever to become aware of our thoughts and emotions and what is surfacing throughout our day and at what point it is surfacing. Because if you are someone who is consciously aware of your thoughts and how your thoughts have an impact on your reality, then you would be less likely to be affected by this sort of interference. Now, if you are somewhere where there is a lot of energetic bombardment as well as telepathic interference from wherever that may be coming from, the energy of that area will feel very dense. And what I mean by dense is you will literally feel weighed down. You will literally feel as if the air is thicker and almost as if time has slowed down. There is so many different varying levels and degrees of this sort of interference. It could literally just be something like walking into a store and you all of a sudden feel the urge to buy a certain product. And I have noticed a lot of times there will be this false sense of urgency to do something right away, almost like your life depends on it sort of thing. So definitely watch out for that kind of feeling. It could also be something as simple as you picking up on the thoughts or the emotions of someone standing next to you. It could also be intrusive thoughts about a specific person, such as your significant other, thoughts about them cheating or feelings of them doing something, that you wouldn't like. Bottom line, again, is that there's so many varying degrees of this, from the tiniest minuscule amount to an overwhelming sensation or urge to do something. It's a misconception that telepathic interference has to be as extreme as a voice coming into your head and telling you to do something from out of nowhere. For most people, it will be disguised as their own voice or their own inner voice to get them to follow that, mistaking it for their intuition or for God. So how do we navigate that in a world that is constantly trying to bombard us for our attention and our energy? I have noticed personally from my own intuition and my own inner guidance systems is that when it is truly a message from my true self or from God, it will be a feeling that emanates from the heart space. It is really an unmistakable feeling. There will be no second guessing it. You won't have to be like, is this really the right path? Am I doing the right thing? You will know. These intrusive frequencies are something that I've noticed can be felt within the lower 3 chakras, especially the liver, oddly enough. Our livers not only have to filter and eliminate physical waste and toxins through our body, but also does this energetically. So whenever you have a high level of energetic interference or things going on, cause your liver to go into overdrive and it can become inflamed or very sensitive. I have noticed that I feel that sort of bombardment within the pit of my stomach and also within my womb space, almost like a dull, aching sensation. Are still confused after that, another thing that I have noticed is a true synchronicity or a true message from God, the universe, will feel like expansion. And telepathic interference and energetic bombardment feels more like a constriction or a binding. There are a lot of great crystals and natural elements that aid in blocking this sort of interference, such as shungite, black tourmaline, aluminum, silver, amber, just to name a few. And it is important to remember that although this is part of our environment, it doesn't need to hold any sort of power over you. Have the power to navigate this reality and overcome these obstacles that act as a double-edged sword by in turn making you stronger and more resistant to this type of warfare in the process. As humans are so freaking powerful, it's time that we step up and claim our power. There will be a day in the future where we have become genetically evolved and resistant to this sort of telepathic warfare. Our energetic fields are becoming so strong that nothing will be able to even interfere with our reality. We are evolving at a cellular level, and that is why there is so much being thrown at us right now to try to stop and suppress that evolution.